times during the afternoon and evening hours today as temperatures top out only in the upper 70s, a 6 on the WOKV weather meter. Mostly cloudy with scattered showers continuing tonight through tomorrow and quite windy. Lows tonight near 70, only in the mid to upper 70s tomorrow on your Sunday with dangerous conditions and a high rip current risk at area beaches. Still breezy Monday into Tuesday, partly cloudy with a few showers, upper 70s to around 80, and Wednesday partly sunny and mild, a high of 82. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for 104.5 WOKV.
This is the WOKV Ask the Experts Weekend, discussing things that matter most to you. Local experts answering your questions. Call 855-765-1045. That's 855-765-1045. Now, the Home and Garden Show with Wally Conway and Larry O'Neill.
Good morning. Welcome to the Home and Garden Show. It is 6:08 on a beautiful Saturday morning in Jacksonville, Florida, though just a little bit drizzly. The intergalactic headquarters of the Home and Garden Show. To our friends, to our fans, to our families, welcome back to the show. For those of you new to the show, here's who we are and what we do. Each and every Saturday from 6 until 8 a.m. right here on 104.5 WOKV. I'm joined by the big guy, Sasquatch, the Yeti, 6'6", 232 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal, Mr. Larry O'Neill. You know Larry from his duties on TV as the host of Larry's Garden. You've seen him about town landscaping. He's the tall man in the small straw hat. Me, Wally Conway, Mr. Home Inspection, certified master inspector from Home Pro Inspections. You've seen me on Home and Garden TV and possibly about town if you spend time in attics and crawl spaces. Larry's job here on the show is to be sure your grass is green, your fruit is sweet, your flowers forever in bloom. Me, Wally Conway, Mr. Home Inspection, my job is to be sure your home is safe, secure, efficient, and forever a source of pleasure and pride. From time to time, Larry gets a house idea, I get a garden idea, and we mix it up in the middle. But what makes the show fun for us is you. Your thoughts, your calls, your commentary. Here comes the magic number. 855-765-1045. Sasquatch, large man, how exciting was the start of today's show? You know, folks may not realize you and I have been broadcasting remotely now since March. That's what, almost 6 months. You at the intergalactic headquarters. It is. I haven't even seen you. I'm starting to miss you, bro. You at the Larry's Garden headquarters. Me at the Home Pro Inspection headquarters, Scott and Chris at the Cox Media World headquarters in Jacksonville, and it's gone off almost without a hitch. You know, the technology is mind-boggling, and you know what just happened. I know what happened. Our producers know what just happened, but I have a machine here in my studio called a Comrex, and apparently the microphone jack wasn't all the way seated. It looked like it was in. It felt like it was in. Man, I could hear what was going on in there, and you guys couldn't hear me. And through the grace of God and Chris's brilliance and me getting lucky wiggling a jack, bit of bang, bit of boom, here we are ready to do the show. So, holy smoly, that was fun.
Yeah. I was wondering where you were. We all were thinking, where's Wally? Where's Wally? So, I had to call you up, make sure you hadn't overslept.
No, man, I've been here for 45 minutes, ready to go. I'm always way prepared. I check in early, and I thought Chris, our producer, may have fallen asleep in the booth. No. It's almost like computers, if all else fails, just turn it off and turn it back on again, which is what I did. I turned it all off. I unplugged all the connectors, put all the connectors back in, turned it back on, and it worked. So who the heck knows?
Exactly what I said. But
I'm just grateful that we're here together.
Yeah. Hey, there's a lot of great things.
What was the magic? What was the magic you were working in the landscape this week? Did you work?
Well, magic? I was reading a lot of great things of what they're discovering about plants and how they have, what they do, and the plants. They've got a new ingenious method. There's 6,000 people go missing every year, so they're trying to figure out where their bodies are. So, some university discovered that burying bodies in the outdoors, or where they decide to check out, willingly or unwillingly, the plants will tell you where they are just by flying a drone over them, because humans release certain types of chemicals when they're in the decomposition phase, and they can fly a drone over it and look at the foliage and say, "Oh, there's where one of them is, right there." So, plants are contributing in many ways, to our well-being and finding the end results. You know what I mean? So,
what is the plant emission, or what is the we fly?
There's a lot of nitrogen in humans because and then there's trace elements that human beings release when they're decomposing, and when the element they're looking for is high reflective ability of the plants. When plants have a lot of nitrogen and they're really super healthy, and they've got like an injection of fertilizer, which you're not going to get fertilizer when they're out in the great outdoors, you're going to be able to tell a spot with fertilizer and a spot without fertilizer is that the light they reflect. And so they fly a drone over the area, and they're looking for areas where the plants are reflecting a lot of light. There'll be this one spot.
So I wonder, is the sensor on the drone, if it's infrared or if it's measuring looms or brightness? That's really interesting.
It's called, I forget what it's called, the reflectum, so the plant's ability to reflect
reflectivity.
Light. They're measuring. Yeah, they're measuring that, and then because normally in nature they're not going to get a large amount of fertilizer at one time, so they just fly this drone back and forth over this area that they're searching. There'll be a little, little green part, and so that's how they'll be able to tell.
So
I thought it was interesting, how plants are contributing, to finding the things we lose, and then, I went to Publix, and I love this peach. That I don't know if anybody's
before you go to the peaches, take me back to the dead bodies, because I'm interested in this a lot. So we're flying drones every day. We're running infrared cameras every day. I can just see us out scanning a yard. There's some single gentleman who says he has become a widower, and he's selling his house, and we're inspecting it. And, we find her in the yard. I'm like, could you, in the article, was there an indicator of a particular plants that were especially telling or responsive to human fertilizer?
No, there wasn't any particular plant, because they didn't identify any particular plant. They just said that because there's going to be 50% more nitrogen in that location due to decomposition and some trace elements that are, particular to human beings, that's going to be reflected in the light that it's reflecting. And so
I think there are hitmen all over America now who are trying to figure this out, and they want to know what plants are most responsive to human fertilizer.
Yeah, they're going to be more careful now. I've given the information away.
Yeah, don't be burying bodies under the rose bushes, as an example. It causes a 62% increase in blooms and giveaway. This could help find Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah. Well, exactly. So I actually, I actually worked at a house where the lady had 3 husbands, and she, they all mysteriously disappeared, and she helped them out into the other side. In Mandarin, there were houses in Mandarin. Anyway, but back to the peaches, which is a wholesome thing. I want you, when you go to Publix, I know these are, when you go to get some of those donut peaches, they're called donut peaches. And I've eaten them now for about, probably around 2 or 3 months. And they are the sweetest, most consistent peach. They are the sweetest peach I've ever eaten, and juicy. And so I said, hey, I got to get me one of these trees, So the first thing I always worry about when you're planting a peach down here is
chill hours.
Chill hours. You got to have the right chill hours. So the peach that you need to try is called the Saturn peach. It's really flat and kind of short and squatty. It's not like a round peach, but very, very sweet, and only needs 500 chill hours. So, I mean, 400 to 500 chill hours is what we got here in northern Florida. And so definitely try one. Go to Publix, buy one, buy a little case. They come in a case. I think you get 4 for $3.69, and then try one out. And then the Saturn peach is an unbelievable peach.
So in a practical sense, yeah. Can I grow a peach from a pit, or do they graft them like other?
Yeah, you can, but it's just going to take a long time to produce fruit. So you're a little long on time already. You know what I mean? So you might want to just go ahead and buy the tree. You get the tree at Stark Brothers, STARKES. I've already got one for myself.
Oh, by the way, when you see the mailman, smack him, because I know you sent me a birthday card for my birthday Monday, and I didn't get it. So
yeah, I did. I sent him a patch your pigeon.
You stuffed it with $100 bills.
Yeah. That's exactly right. I did. But patch your pigeon. Yes. I was thinking about you because you did say that you were looking for a plant that you could grow inside your new boat, and of course any agave would grow there, but because it's you don't want to have a large one. And some of the nicest agaves are in slow growing ones. It's called Victoria Regina, which gets only about maybe. After 50 years, it may get a foot tall. So it has very unusual structure, agave Victoria Regina, and that's a dwarf. And then another one is agave Perii truncata, which is another dwarf agave, and it can will be able to take the heat. If you didn't like those, and you want something that can take the heat and likes it dry and shady, Sansevieria is another great plant that it grows. You can put it outside too. Shade, hot, dry area. Mother-in-law's tongue, and the reason they call it mother-in-law's tongue is because at the plant, if you grind up the plant and give some to your mother-in-law, it paralyzes her vocal cords. That's why it's called mother-in-law's tongue. Exactly.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the truth. You know what I mean? That's the truth. But Sansevieria, those are 3 plants that can take it 100+ degrees, no water. The Sansevieria is going to want, some shade, and you can plant those in your and walk away and never worry about them. They'll actually wilt down if they get a little water. But since the desert, it's only raining, a couple inches a year. Some years in some deserts, they skip 10 years of rainfall, 5 years of rainfall, which is incredible.
There's no risk of that happening here in Jacksonville. Rainfall, we have aplenty. It's 6:20 here at News 104.5 on Home and Garden Show. Very brief break, jumping right on the phones to your calls at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. Right back.
What will the next 100 days look like?
State mask guidelines.
Beirut cleanup effort.
Concerns about booze.
Executive action on coronavirus relief.
The final results of the election.
Who knows? It's 2020. Nothing is off limits. Whatever happens next happens here. 104.5 WOKV, Jacksonville's news and talk.
Hey, it's Mark K from the Mark K Show for Riverside Dental and Implant Center. When most people think of dentures, they think of like Granny pulling them out of her teeth to scare the youngins, but that's not the case anymore. Dentures that actually fit may be a great answer for you, or maybe another option like implants that are also quick and easy. Well, Dr. Michael Spencer and his great staff at Riverside Dental and Implant Center are there to help you. Call 1-877-NEW-TEETH for a free exam and consultation. They've helped over 20,000 happy patients. Riverside Dental and Implant Center.
This is Karen. She has an expansive piece of land where she saddles up daily, and she keeps it in shape on a John Deere 3E tractor. With attachments that hook up with ease, getting the job done is never a hassle. Whether she's putting up fence posts, grading her horse arena, or even cleaning up storm damage, Karen runs with us. Because this is more than just land. It's home. Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 3E tractor for just $139 per month at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2316.
104.5 WOKV wants you to shop the 904. And by doing that, you keep most of the money and jobs right here on the First Coast. Plus, local businesses give our community its uniqueness and character that makes living on the First Coast so great.
Shop the 904.
End of summer savings have been extended.
No other jeweler in North Florida can beat Beard's Diamonds. They have the largest selection and the lowest prices. And now with their 5-year zero-interest financing, you can go even bigger.
Yes, save on everything. Rings, earrings, bracelets, pendants, wedding bands, all designer jewelry, all colored gemstone pieces, and all diamonds. It'll be your last chance to take advantage of 5 years, zero interest in 2020.
It's a great time to splurge on that $12,000 three-stone ring and pay just $200 a month.
Impress her with a bigger diamond engagement ring, a $6,000 setting from just $100 a month.
Or how about $3,000 diamond stud earrings, only $50 a month.
Get the absolute lowest prices Beards is known for. 5 years, zero interest is about to end, so hurry.
Beards Diamonds, located at the St. John's Town Center.
Come in, see the difference, save thousands.
Colds, flu, and viruses equal germs and bacteria. Fight all of these with a Lamberger lamp invented in 1898 specifically for use in hospitals to kill germs by purifying the air. Every doctor's office, daycare, and cancer center, wherever people gather, should be using a Lamberger lamp on a daily basis. Sprays and plug-ins are not the answer for killing germs. Lamberger is. Annabelle's of Orange Park is your most knowledgeable Lamberger dealer. Annabelle's, 904-272-5544.
Open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5.
Let's say you have ED, male impotence, or maybe you suffer from PE and can't satisfy your partner. If you have either or both of these embarrassing conditions, Prime Men's Medical Center has the solution. Meet Dr. Rabinski, a specialist in men's health.
If you're experiencing ED or PE, Prime Men's Medical Center has custom blended medications designed just for you. There's no pain and no surgery. If you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or prostate issues, not a problem. If Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra have let you down, Prime Men's Medical Center has patients lasting 30, 60, 90 minutes or longer. You'll see results on your first visit guaranteed, or your visit is free. And best of all, it's affordable.
For a private consultation with our highly skilled physicians, call 904-217-5646. We guarantee that you'll see results on your first visit, or there's no charge for your consult. Call Prime Men's Medical Center now at 904-217-5646. That's 904-217-5646.
The certified installers at Jack C. Wilson Roofing Company emphasize honesty, transparency, quality craftsmanship, and require no money up front. For any roofing concerns, schedule a free estimate at jackcwilsonroofing.com. Jack C. Wilson Roofing, the first name in Jacksonville roofing.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A 6 on the WOKV weather meter with increasing cloudiness today. It'll be breezy with rain at times. That'll be heavy in spots. Cooler highs only in the upper 70s, but dangerous conditions developing at our beaches that'll continue through the weekend into early next week. We'll see mostly cloudy skies, scattered showers tonight near 70. Windy tomorrow, partly to mostly cloudy with a few showers. Your Sunday high just 77. Breezy on Monday, partly cloudy, still a few showers in the upper 70s. Tuesday, partly sunny, just an isolated shower and around 80. And Wednesday, partly sunny and mild in the low 80s. With your First Alert forecast, I'm Action News Jack's Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for 104.5 WOKV.
625 here at 104.5 WOKV on the Home and Garden Show with Larry O'Neill, Wally Conway, and James with a plant question. Welcome to the Home and Garden Show, James. James, you're on the air. What's your question, sir?
Hey, good morning, guys. How you guys doing today?
Awesome, thanks.
Morning,
Tell us
great.
how we could help.
Awesome. I do have a question. I currently live in a rental, but I'm going to buy a house in a year or two. And I got a Japanese plum tree and I got a lemon tree. They're both about 4 to 6 inches. I just want to know what's the best way to keep them for the next year or two until I buy my house and plant them at my place.
You should be in good shape. Just put them in. What I would do is just get a large terracotta pot with about maybe a 18 to 20 inch, hole on, the large opening, the rim measurement, and some good planting mix, and you should be in good shape on that. And so when you move in your house, when you get there, just plant them, and they'll take right off. But you can grow those. You can grow those things in containers, no problem. You just have to keep them root pruned. They'll actually produce fruit.
All right, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Hey, good luck with it. Let's check in with Roland and see if we can keep the bugs from eating his leaves. Welcome to the Home and Garden Show, Roland.
Hey, all right, how y'all doing? Larry, I noticed my hibiscus, the leaves are something is chewing on the leaves, but I don't ever see anything.
Yeah, usually the bugs hide out during the day. They don't like to be in the sun either. They're under the leaves usually or on the ground. What I would do, I want to emphasize that you want to use some systemic insecticide, but never use malathion on hibiscus because they'll cause them to defoliate. So just go to Home Depot or Lowe's, get a systemic insecticide. You can use, or if you wanted to go organic, you can use neem oil or those type of things on it. But I like systemic insecticides because they last longer, and they're gonna. You can get insect control for trees and shrubs. That's made by Bayer, and that's going to have midocoprin in it, and that lasts probably around 6 months to a year. So once you put it in the house, once you drench your plant with it, it's a drench, it's not a spray. You mix it in water and you pour on the plant, and it works for about a year.
Okay, and you said it's called systemic, is that what you said?
It's a systemic insecticide called midocoprin, but it's the active ingredient in Bayer's insect control for trees and shrubs. You can get it at Home Depot or Lowe's.
Okay, I'd seen some slugs every now and then during the daytime, but I didn't. I just said, well, it probably ain't the slugs.
Slugs could be your problem too. You can put some slug bait out there. There's two types of slug bait. If you have animals, then you want to make sure you get the non-toxic type, and because the slug bait can be toxic to animals, so you got to be careful when you're purchasing it. Or you can use, stale beer, in a trap. They'll fall into that. You can take a small
beer. Trust me.
You can take
I got beer, plenty of that. Trust me.
But it's probably not stale.
No, I don't give it an opportunity to. Okay, you guys have a good day, and let's keep America great, people. Thank you.
Thanks a bunch, James. We appreciate you. Good luck with the
Bye-bye.
slugs. It's 6:30 here at News 104.5 on Home and Garden Show. We've got Fox News, traffic, weather, and more of the Home and Garden Show featuring you at 855-765-1045. We'd love to hear from you.
The three big things you need to know on air every 15 minutes, plus in the WOKV app, and now in your email. It's free every morning. To sign up, click the newsletter button on WOKV.com or in the WOKV app.
At highway speeds, the average text takes your eyes off the road for about 5 seconds. That's enough time to travel the length of a football field. Stop texts, stopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This is 104.5 WOKV, Jacksonville's news and talk.
Fox News, I'm Karen McHugh. Tributes continue to pour in for the late Ruth Bader Ginsburg. The 87-year-old Supreme Court justice died of cancer Friday evening. Chief Justice John Roberts said in a statement,
"We at the Supreme Court have lost a cherished colleague. We mourn, but with confidence that future generations will remember Ruth Bader Ginsburg as we knew her, a tireless and resolute champion of justice."
Fox's Kevin Corke. Ginsburg was first appointed to the High Court by President Clinton in 1993. She was a fixture of the court's liberal wing. Many Senate Republicans are vowing to fill the vacancy soon.
We cannot have Election Day come and go with a 4-4 court. A 4-4 court that is equally divided cannot decide anything.
Senator Ted Cruz of Texas on Fox's Hannity said not filling the seat immediately would risk a constitutional crisis. America is listening to Fox News.
Win a share of $200,000 in the WOKV payroll payout. You've got 5 chances to win $1,000 every weekday at 8 a.m., 10, noon, 2, and 5 p.m.
Oh my God, I'm going to pay off some bills.
This is a nationwide contest. Message and data rates apply. Complete rules at WOKV.com.
This is awesome.
The WOKV payroll payout. Now through October 16th on 104.5 WOKV.
I'm Joy Bauer, nutritionist and healthy lifestyle expert. I'm always amazed by how much salt many still put into their diets. That's just not good, people. Instead, I say go all in on flavor with delicious Mrs. Dash salt-free seasonings, now known as Dash. Visit mrsdash.com/joy for low-salt recipes and look out for my new book, Superfood. Spice up any meal with Dash salt-free seasonings, available at your local Publix.
Some of the most painful injuries, yet the most elusive to pin down medically, are soft tissue injuries. If you feel pain while others are feeling doubt, call us for help at 396-5555. Farah & Farah, protecting you and your family. Jacksonville.
We're all spending more time outdoors and will begin to spend more as the weather finally begins to cool, but fire ants can be a real nuisance in and around your home, and they may be difficult to control. Call my friends at Peninsular Pest Control. They offer once-a-year service for fire ants in the lawn and landscape. Make sure you connect with the Critter Getter today at 389-3491. It's Rich Jones. I only trust Peninsular Pest Control for all of my needs. CritterGetter.com, 389-3491.
Water treatment systems are being advertised, sold, and installed, claiming to produce soft water. Some companies just filter out chemicals, taste, and odor, claiming to provide soft water. Well, true soft water is produced through a process called ion exchange, which uses low levels of salt during regeneration. Affordable Water is licensed to provide the highest quality water. Affordable Water will test your water at no charge and provide a quote at no obligation. Call Affordable Water at 904-262-0197. License number W32.
This is an important message for all current and former Boy Scouts.
The Boy Scouts of America has declared bankruptcy. If you were sexually abused in scouting, you could receive compensation, but you must file a claim by November 16, 2020.
You may file a sexual abuse claim regardless of your current age or the year the sexual abuse occurred.
Visit officialbsaclaims.com or call 1-866-907-2721. Paid for by the Boy Scouts of America.
When you're stressed, you just don't feel like yourself. New Natrol Relaxia, a full line of drug-free supplements to help you manage occasional stress and anxiety. A special blend of herbals keeps you feeling calm and balanced throughout the day. Because when there's less stress, there's more you. Try new Natrol Relaxia. Learn more at relaxiamood.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
Breezy today as skies become partly to mostly cloudy with some rain at times. Heavy rain in some spots for a while at times during the afternoon and evening hours today as temperatures top out only in the upper 70s, a 6 on the WOKV weather meter. Mostly cloudy with scattered showers continuing tonight through tomorrow and quite windy. Lows tonight near 70, only in the mid to upper 70s tomorrow on your Sunday with dangerous conditions and a high rip current risk at area beaches. Still breezy Monday into Tuesday, partly cloudy with a few showers, upper 70s to around 80, and Wednesday partly sunny and mild, a high of 82. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Action News Jax, Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for 104.5 WOKV.
635 104.5 WOKV on the Home and Garden Show. I'm Wally Conway from Home Pro Inspections. Enjoying the day with Larry O'Neill from Larry's Garden, taking your calls at 855-765-1045. Let's say good morning to Todd and see if we can help Todd with his trees. Welcome to the Home and Garden Show, Todd. Todd, if you don't say hello, your tree will die. Oh, we're so sorry. We apologize to Todd and Todd's wife. Todd is allowing his tree to die. Oh, well. So, Larry, polybutylene pipe. Lots of people buying homes, either homes built in the 70s or homes that were repiped in the 70s through the 90s, are discovering they have polybutylene pipe. So you might ask, what in the world is polybutylene pipe? It was a wonderful plastic pipe originally developed by Shell Oil Company to use up some more oil, right? We needed to do that in the 70s. And what was great about it, it came in long spools. It was very flexible. And they could run it and weave it all up inside of wall cavities and across attics. It made it really nice for a repipe. It was also thought to be nice at the time because they didn't need to braze or otherwise weld metal pipe together. So it seemed a lot easier. And it used a crimping tool and what looked like a little copper fitting. And what they discovered was this crimping tool put just enough stress on the plastic that it destructed or interfered with the polymer structure of the water or of the pipe, and the chlorine in water would attack it and it would break down. The result of that was about $1 billion lawsuit, and that made a lot of people whole. That worked out pretty good, except not everyone either was aware or chose to participate in the relief, and they got stuck with the pipe. The insurance companies have decided, and they've decided this quite a while ago, that they will not be stuck with the pipe. So it's very common that a house may have been piped with polybutylene, never had a problem. It may have been repiped with polybutylene, never had a problem. And you go to get insurance and now you do have a problem. So how do you know if you have this pipe? It's it's gray. So that's rather distinguishing. And wherever there's a bend or a joint or a connector, you'll see these little metal crimping tools. So if you've got that and you're presently insured, you may consider a repipe. And if it's a home you're about to purchase, know that that's going to need to be sorted. That is the insurability, and you want to really do that along the way. Let's go coincidental. Let's check in with Larry, not Larry O'Neill, Larry on line 2, and see if we can answer his pipe question. Welcome to the Home and Garden Show, Larry.
How are you?
I'm awesome. How could we help, sir?
Okay, as you may recall, last week after your fast was over, I had a leak, and I called the leak detection service, and we did find the leak, and it's been subsequently repaired.
Yes,
but
I
the
recall.
Gentleman, what's that?
We remember that. You did a great job.
I'm sure you do. But and by the way, Larry, I got your email, and I'll send you some pictures, and we'll get the show on the road.
Okay, great.
Redoing the palm tree and everything. But this gentleman, this plumber, told me something about a no-pipe repipe. Have you ever heard of that, where they inject some kind of coating inside all your pipes, and it supposedly you don't need to repipe? Have you heard of anything like this?
Yes, it's very common in industrial settings and large pipes. Very common. Also, in the community that I live, it was built in 1969. They use that process in the waste lines in the condominium. So right. Yes, it exists. Here are the challenges you face. There's nothing better than a real repipe. When you do a lining like this, essentially what they do, they shoot an epoxy or a resin down into the lines. And
I think he said it was a silicone-based. Yeah.
Yeah, silicone-based. There's many different products, but it lines it. And the challenge is, did you get it perfect? Did you get it everywhere? What about at the fittings? What about all these other things? So it's very much imperfect. What about the valves? It's imperfect to begin with. The greater problem or additional problem, can be an insurability. And so you could take a pipe that an insurance company has an issue with just based on its material type and age. You spend a few $1,000s, you line it with this other product, and it would truly extend its life. But if it's not insurable, you're in the same place. So I tend to shy away from those things in the small pipes associated with water supply lines in houses. The savings, in my mind, generally isn't worth the risk. So
right. I got one more thing to add.
Sure.
Being from New York and just coming down here, the fact that you need to quote unquote repipe, the fact that you're getting a product from a service that you're paying for, I'm wondering the nobility of a lawsuit, a class action lawsuit against these utilities for not doing something to the water, treating it or whatever, that would eliminate the need for this. This is ridiculous. I mean, you're paying for the water that they're supplying.
Well, I would share the thought with you that the utilities are keenly aware of needing to produce a product that's compatible with the pipes. A couple of thoughts and challenges. One, there are multiple kinds of pipes. So to optimize, if we were on a ship and we had total control of what pipe we had, we can make the water exactly how we want. So which pipe do you optimize for? So that's one issue. But the other issue is that here in the greater North Florida compared to the great state of New York, almost all the pipe we have here is buried in the ground. And therein lies the tremendous complicator. It's buried in the ground, and the pipe is penetrating through concrete. And that's a lot of different chemical forces and physical stressor forces operating on the pipe. New York, predominantly basements, I would assume, with a spattering of crawl spaces. So it's a much friendlier environment. It would, so up in, especially in upstate New York, you're worried about freezing pipes, right? That's a whole different levels of things, but we're not upset with the weatherman because the weather got cold. So in a practical sense, I don't see
So you think the environment, quote unquote, of the pipe is fueling this degradation of pipe more so than the water itself?
I think it's definitely a factor. And again, it's in the soil. It's three things, right? It's what's happening in the external environment of the pipe, the internal environment of the pipe, and then where the pipe penetrates through concrete. That's a lot of different chemistry going on that's a little bit funky. So anyway, if give Eddie a call, Farrow and Farrow, they may take that on, or John Morgan. Who knows? But
I have news for you. I think if an individual filed that lawsuit, they would probably make it go away because it's opening a Pandora's box for setting a precedent. But to me, I look at it like this. And again, I have no knowledge, but you know what? I have common sense, and they say common sense is not so common. But I'm looking at it's the water. And even though the environment may play some sort of quasi role in the degradation of the pipe vis-a-vis water, I would put my money on the water as an overriding factor above environment. So, well,
let's assume you're absolutely correct. Here is the absolute solution. Call our friends at Affordable Water, affordablewaterjacks.com. They can make every drop of water that moves through your house have exactly the water content that you believe, or they believe, or some person believes is optimal for your health, optimal for your pipe. And then you can have, essentially, for not very much money, you can take that entire issue to zero. There is a practical solution.
Right. Well, I got news for you. If I could do it, then the public utilities could do it. So I think you bolster my point. If it's something that could be done, they should be doing it. But anyway, thank you. Great talking to you, and enjoy your fast again. I think it's next month is you're on schedule for next month.
Hey, let me tell you this too, sir. When you fast, you never clog a pipe. All right, let's jump over it.
Unless you don't break the fast properly. So you got lucky. Right. You didn't prepare and you didn't break it the way I told you to break it. You went right to a major meal, which for 90% or 95% of the population, they're not going to go to the bathroom for a week. And,
I'm a master faster.
You got very, very lucky.
Thank you, sir. All right, let's jump back.
You. Bye, Wally.
Bye, sir. Thanks so much. Let's jump over to Todd. We had lost him, and he's now back. Welcome, Todd.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Sorry we missed you before.
That's quite all right. So I bought my home back in June, and in my backyard, I have 2 lime trees between 6 and 8 feet tall, both bearing lots of fruit. The problem is one's a key lime tree and one's a normal lime tree. And I also have, I think it's called a pink lemonade tree. It's about 8 feet tall with lots of fruit as well. Here's my question. I'd like to get rid of these trees, but I don't want to cut them down. I'd like to transplant them. Is that possible with these guys? Yeah.
Yeah, I transplanted a 40-foot grapefruit tree one time. Around 40 foot. With a crane and everything, I transplanted it, and it's But what I would do is dig around the tree. Come out to the the drip line, dig around it, let it sit a little bit. Put a little bit of maybe Miracle-Gro rose fertilizer on it after you dig around it. That's going to cause it to make more feeder roots in that root ball. So what happens a lot of times when you dig a tree up or dig a plant up, you're cutting off all the feeder roots. And then what you're going to do is increase your success rate by cutting around and then reestablishing the feeder roots in the root ball. And then once you get that done, you can wrap it up with landscape fabric or burlap, tightly wrap it up, bind it up, work underneath the tree, and then once you let it harden off a little bit, maybe a couple weeks, and then just move it. You probably have to have like a skid steer or something like that, or a small weight. You can use a dingo or something. It's probably around 800 or 900 pounds you'll have to lift, and you can move it to whatever location you want. Make sure that it doesn't have any insects or disease before you move it, because it will be under a little bit of stress. But the winter time is the best time to move them.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I got one more quick question for you. The house has St. Augustine grass. I have a big old dog, and I'd like to weed and feed it. It was beautiful when I moved in, but now it's being filled with sand dollars, with those little weeds, all that stuff. Is there some type of organic, pet-friendly weed and feed that you can recommend for St. Augustine?
No, not really. I mean, I wish I could tell you. You could spray on, vinegar, and vinegar will do it. You put baking soda on it, but it's going to kill anything that it comes in contact with. It's it's not a specific type of non-specific. It will kill everything, and you can just have a bunch of brown spots if you wanted to do that, and then it will allow the St. Augustine to fill back in. But the best weed control for St. Augustine is a healthy St. Augustine lawn. The healthier it is, the less weeds you're going to get. So more Milorganite this time of the year. Really work on putting some Milorganite or green edge down, and that will get it healthy. And a little bit of light fertilizer would not be a bad idea to get the health built up. Because a lot of times, you'll start to try to treat for weeds, but you still have bare spots, and then as soon as you treat for weeds, the weeds go away, and they're back next week. But the first thing you need to do if you want to have weed control is get the grass healthy and then treat for weeds. Because you'll just be repeating that cycle over and over again.
Okay, that being said, are granules better than spray for St. Augustine?
For fertilizer? Well, that's a very good question. Actually, pardon me. That spray is probably going to, and depending on the type of fertilizer, and there's many different, but generally speaking, spray is going to be absorbed through the leaves. So it's probably going to be a quicker acting spray. It's going to be quicker acting. And if you have lawn with the compromised root system, or the root system is not as fully developed, then spray is probably your best bet. On that. If you're treating for fungus disease and stuff like that, spray is definitely going to, be you'll get a quicker reaction. All right?
All right, very good. I appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend.
Thanks a bunch, Todd.
Right, thank you.
It's 6:50 here at News 104.5 on Home and Garden Show. We've got a brief break. We're jumping right back to your calls at 855-765-1045. We'll be right back.
I wish it was easy to get WOKV breaking news on my phone.
It is easy. Just search WOKV in your app store and enable alerts. This is 104.5 WOKV, Jacksonville's news and talk.
Wally Conway here, Mr. Home Inspection from Home Pro Inspections, with important information about home warranties. At Home Pro Inspections, we have always recommended that every home buyer had a home inspection and a home warranty. It's much like having a physical exam and health insurance. They work together to protect you. Until now, I have never referred or endorsed a home warranty company because, truthfully, they were all about the same. They were only good for 12 months, they had long list of coverage exclusions, and they denied pre-existing conditions. The most comprehensive home warranty in America is now available in Jacksonville, covering items denied by others, including water softeners, well pumps, alarm systems, and there's no extra charge for multiple heat pumps or water heaters. When Home Pro inspects your home, the warranty is extended to 18 months of coverage at no extra charge. There's no better inspection and warranty package in America. For details and to order your home warranty, visit GoHomePro.com, GoHomePro.com, or call me at 268-8211.
I'm Joy Bauer, nutritionist and healthy lifestyle expert. I'm always amazed by how much salt many still put into their diets. That's just not good, people. Instead, I say go all in on flavor with delicious Mrs. Dash salt-free seasonings, now known as Dash. Visit mrsdash.com/joy for low-salt recipes and look out for my new book, Superfood. Spice up any meal with Dash salt-free seasonings, available at your local Walmart.
End of summer savings have been extended. Now at Beard's Diamonds.
5 years, zero interest financing.
Yes, 5 years, zero interest financing with zero down. Hurry, 5 years, zero interest has been extended.
Located at the St. John's Town Center.
Join 104.5 WOKV in shopping the 904. When you help businesses here on the First Coast, you're really helping all of us. And it keeps our local economy going. That means jobs. 2020 has been a really tough year, especially for locally owned businesses. And you can make a difference when you shop local. So if you live in St. John's, Duval, Baker, Clay, Nassau, or other surrounding counties, shop local. Shop the 904.
Shop the 904.
It's time for some straight talk. Here's a wireless equation to wrap your brain around. Big carriers plus fancy phone offers plus pricey contracts equals fail. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get a new phone payment plan with no fees, no contracts, and no deposits for great Samsung phones starting at less than $7 a month. All on America's largest and most dependable networks for up to 50% less. Turn that brain power into money-saving power. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
For 150 years, UF Health Jacksonville has met the medical needs of our community with innovative health care not found anywhere else. From a humble start in 1870, we've grown to become the region's premier academic health center with 2 hospitals and 60 primary and specialty care practices. Our mission to heal, to comfort, to educate, and to discover means our providers and staff dedicate themselves to improving quality of life for everyone. Visit ufhealthjacks.org to learn more.
Hey, you know what I hate? I hate overpaying for something. Now, we're already taxed to death, and we're paying high rates for home, internet, cable, utilities. Then, of course, there's your cell phone bill. You have the big carriers, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile. They all want to charge you for data that you'll never need. They'll also charge you for perks that you'll never use. Well, thank God you're going to save a fortune with Pure Talk USA. They give you the exact same coverage from the exact same towers, but it costs you half, and there's no contract to sign and no excessive fees. Right now, you can enjoy unlimited talk, text, 2 gigs of data for just $20 a month. Average person is now saving $400 a year on their wireless bill. Grab your mobile phone, dial pound 250, say save now. You'll get $250 off any iPhone, including the new iPhone SE. Dial pound 250, keyword save now. Pure Talk USA, simply smarter wireless. And you'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text from Pure Talk USA.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A 6 on the WOKV weather meter with increasing cloudiness today. It'll be breezy with rain at times. That'll be heavy in spots. Cooler highs only in the upper 70s, but dangerous conditions developing at our beaches that'll continue through the weekend into early next week. We'll see mostly cloudy skies, scattered showers tonight near 70. Windy tomorrow, partly to mostly cloudy with a few showers. Your Sunday high just 77. Breezy on Monday, partly cloudy, still a few showers in the upper 70s. Tuesday, partly sunny, just an isolated shower and around 80. And Wednesday, partly sunny and mild in the low 80s. With your First Alert forecast, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for 104.5 WOKV.
6:56 here at News 104.5 on Home and Garden Show. Grateful that you are with us. Wally Conway here from Home Pro, Larry O'Neill from Larry's Garden. And with a lawn who's making things a little tough on her is Beth, and we're going to see if we can't help her. Beth, welcome to the Home and Garden Show.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
Good morning.
Hi, I have a Bahia, and it's in really good shape. It's pretty and it's nice and thick. The lawn is probably 6-7 years old. But my neighbors on either side of me have St. Augustine, and it's encroaching, and I'm not sure what to do about it. There's some portions, and my lot's really narrow too. So should I just let it happen?
Well, no. You can control it very easy. Treat the St. Augustine as a weed, and so when you St. Augustine, Paspalmum is the genus of that grass, and then St. Augustine is different. So they're going to have a completely different herbicide that you use on those two types of grass. So, and St. Augustine does not like 2,4-D. Most St. Augustines are like Vortam, don't like it. So just treat it with 2,4-D and it will disappear.
What about a border plant or a bed? Give it a little line of delineation.
That would be another way you could do it. You could have another border, but you could spray the line with, sure, that'd be, absolutely, and also make it look nicer. But any St. Augustine in your Bahia, 2,4-D will get rid of it fairly and quickly. All right?
All right. Good, thank you.
Have a great day, Beth. Yeah, I would go with that, pick up the added benefit of that nice structure of the plant in some way, That's a DMZ, right there, DMZ, make it look nice. And they also run the risk, and Larry, I know you've seen this a million times from the landscape perspective. I see it from the homeowner perspective, where you end up in a real battle with the neighbor of, you're trying to kill my lawn, and you did this, and you did that. So I would go with some collaborative approach, it's kind of like, hey, neighbor, let's say we do a little project together and put some mulch here or do whatever. Find a way to make it friendly. We don't, you can stick some Biden signs out there. That might repel it.
Yeah. Plant a vegetable crop on both sides. Plant a vegetable crop down the line so that everybody can enjoy.
Corn would be great. Get a couple rows of corn. Just try to have fun with
it. Tree.
Yeah.
I was looking at some of the great vegetables you can grow. Fall is a great vegetable time, and winter.
Let's hold that vegetable thought because we got the news, big buddy. It's 6:59 here. We've got Fox News traffic, weather, and then followed by vegetables, by God. And if you want to check in and share a thought, it's at 855-765-1045.
Don't just trim your trees for a hurricane. Trim and maintain your trees for you and your family to be safe. You live under them after all. Call the professionals at Big Bench Tree Service for all your trim needs. 904-641-1131. That's 904-641-1131.
Peninsular Pest Control is family-owned and operated and has served Northeast Florida since 1954. Call Peninsular Pest Control today or visit crittergetter.com.
WOKV-FM and HD1 Atlantic Beach. Listen everywhere in the TuneIn app. 104.5 WOKV, a Cox Media Group station.
A champion for women and minorities is being remembered. I'm Pam Puso, Fox News. For nearly 30 years, Ruth Bader Ginsburg served on the U.S. Supreme Court, cementing her status as the leader of the court's liberal wing. Yesterday, at the age of 87, Ginsburg died of complications from cancer.
A native of Brooklyn, New York, Ginsburg graduated from Columbia Law School back in 1959. She was instrumental in launching the Women's Rights Project of the American Civil Liberties Union. And of course, while she made so much history before ever reaching the Supreme Court, the bulk of the focus on her legacy is likely to be about her time on the bench.
Fox's Mark Meredith outside the Supreme Court. President Trump learned of Ginsburg's passing after holding a rally in Minnesota.
She was an amazing woman. Whether you agreed or not, she was an amazing woman who led an amazing life.
In a statement, the president's Democratic opponent, Joe Biden, called Ginsburg an American hero and a giant of legal doctrine. What was already a highly contentious election season will likely amp up as the result of Ginsburg's death. Senate Republican Ted Cruz telling Fox's Sean Hannity the court's vacancy needs to be filled before the election.
We cannot have Election Day come and go with a 4-4 court. A 4-4 court that is equally divided cannot decide anything.
The Senate's top Democrat strongly disagrees. In a tweet, Chuck Schumer said the American people should have a voice in the selection of their next Supreme Court justice. This vacancy should not be filled until we have a new president. A deadly mass shooting is under investigation in Rochester, New York. Police confirm 16 people were shot early this morning at an illegal house party with dozens of people. 2 of the victims died. Police are looking for suspects. America's listening to Fox News.
The conventions are in the books.
We're going to protect Social Security and Medicare.
You're now fellow citizens of the greatest nation.
Now it's on to the debates.
I'll see you in Salt Lake City.
Stay connected on You Decide 2020.
The best is yet to come.
On 104.5 WOKV, Jacksonville's news and talk.
When you're stressed, you just don't feel like yourself. New Natrol Relaxia, a full line of drug-free supplements to help you manage occasional stress and anxiety. A special blend of herbals keeps you feeling calm and balanced throughout the day. Because when there's less stress, there's more you. Try new Natrol Relaxia. Learn more at relaxiamood.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is an important message for all current and former Boy Scouts.
The Boy Scouts of America has declared bankruptcy. If you were sexually abused in scouting, you could receive compensation, but you must file a claim by November 16, 2020.
You may file a sexual abuse claim regardless of your current age or the year the sexual abuse occurred.
Visit officialbsaclaims.com or call 1-866-907-2721. Paid for by the Boy Scouts of America.
Over half of all men suffer from ED or PE. Here's a message from Prime Men's Medical Center.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rubinsky. If you're not the man you used to be in the bedroom and Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra have let you down, Prime Men's Medical Center offers custom blended medications. Men are lasting 30, 60, 90 minutes or longer, and it's affordable.
Call 904-217-5646. See results on your first visit guaranteed or pay nothing. 904-217-5646.
If something's been hurting, aching, or bothering you, don't ignore it any longer. It's time to take care of your health again. It's time to make an appointment with a Baptist Health primary care doctor or specialist. Call 904-202-4U to schedule a virtual visit or see a doctor in person at a Baptist Health location. The time for better health is here. Call 904-202-4YOU or visit getbetterjacks.com.
This is Mike Lester with the Guarding Your Nest Egg radio show. The number one question I get these days is what will happen to my portfolio after the upcoming election? That's a legitimate concern. Don't wait to see what happens to your portfolio on the morning of November 4th. Make sure you have a plan. In my opinion, you'll need 2 plans. For a complimentary analysis and a plan to election-proof your portfolio, visit us at planbiden.com.
Investment advisory services are offered through Retirement Wealth Advisors, LLC. Securities offered through World Equity Group, Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Join 104.5 WOKV in Shopping the 904. When you help businesses here on the First Coast, you're really helping all of us. And it keeps our local economy going. That means jobs. 2020 has been a really tough year, especially for locally owned businesses. And you can make a difference when you shop local. So if you live in St. John's, Duval, Baker, Clay, Nassau, or other surrounding counties, shop local. Shop the 904.
Shop the 904.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast. Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
Breezy today as skies become partly to mostly cloudy with some rain at times. Heavy rain in some spots for a while at times during the afternoon and evening hours today as temperatures top out only in the upper 70s, a 6 on the WOKV weather meter. Mostly cloudy with scattered showers continuing tonight through tomorrow and quite windy. Lows tonight near 70, only in the mid to upper 70s tomorrow on your Sunday with dangerous conditions and a high rip current risk at area beaches. Still breezy Monday into Tuesday, partly cloudy with a few showers, upper 70s to around 80, and Wednesday partly sunny and mild, a high of 82. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for 104.5 WOKV.
Brought to you by Wakehoff's Air Conditioning. When your AC breaks, we get there fast.
This is the WOKV Ask the Experts Weekend, discussing things that matter most to you. Local experts answering your questions. Call 855-765-1045. That's 855-765-1045. Now, the Home and Garden Show with Wally Conway and Larry O'Neill.
Good morning. It is 7:06 on a beautiful Saturday morning in Jacksonville, right here at 104.5 WOKV. For those of you just joining us, you're listening to the Home and Garden Show. The Home and Garden Show is heard every single Saturday from 6 until 8 a.m. right here on 104.5 WOKV. The Home and Garden Show features Larry O'Neill from Larry's Garden, bringing us over 25 years toiling in the soil, doing all things in the yard, from lawns to driveways to pergolas to ponds. If it's in the yard, either growing or just looking great or grooming, Larry's Garden takes care of that. And Larry enjoys answering your questions, as do I. I'm Wally Conway from Home Pro Inspections, bringing you 25 plus years crawling about in homes and buildings. We share with you those things we've seen or discovered or problems our clients have overcome during the week with us, and then take your calls. If you'd like to check in with us with a question or a comment, love to hear from you. The number is easy. That is 855-765-1045. And know that if you are calling from the International Space Station, you, in fact, will get priority. Let's head down to Palatka since there are no astronauts presently holding. Check in with Don and see if we can get him an easy way to clear out and renovate a neglected lawn. Don, what happened to your lawn? How did it get neglected?
Well, I bought a house down here in Palatka. It's on 2 lots, and it wasn't, I don't think the grass was neglected. It was criminal negligence, kind of like. I had to basically start with chainsaws to reclaim it back from the woods, and briars and birds swooping down, messing with their life, I guess. But I've got it down now to where when I mow it, I don't feel like I'm abusing my John Deere too much anymore. But the only way the lawn looks good is when you go out in the middle of the night with the street lights and you kind of, after you freshly mowed, it looks kind of like it would look good if it had some grass growing in places.
I had a girlfriend like that once.
There was an ad on TV for $20. You can spray this stuff on with green stuff like the commercial guys use.
No.
$20 for 50 square feet. I think about $20,000 and I have a good lawn, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that stuff's not going to work in lower southeast. I mean, they've used it on highways, sometimes when they want to seed bahia, they mix it with some paper and as some organic material, and they spray it on the highways. It does work, but you're not going to get a manicured look, if you wanted a lawn. It's mostly for highways and large applications. But if you're trying to save money on a lawn, you could go with bahia, seed bahia. That's fairly inexpensive. And I was reading an article about how to seed a lawn. What they're recommending now is a seed in the middle of winter, and so get what section you want to get prepped, and seed that during the middle of winter as the temperature rises and the rainfall occurs. You're going to have some growth gradually going in there as it's warming, instead of in the middle of a warmer spring that all of a sudden you're on a water critical situation where you got to water every day. You can't miss any days, so it kind of gradually gets seeded in there. So that's an idea. You can seed zoysia too. It's going to take a long time to germinate, and that way, if you seed in the winter, it will take care of that time limit right there, or the longer time it takes to germinate. But those are two grasses you can seed, Bahia, and then also you can seed Common Bermuda. That's a easy grass to grow if you have a lot of space to cover. And, it's a blue-green grass. It's not the yellow-green color, and very tough, grass. It won't create that nice, thick look, but very, very easy to manage as far as, and it's never going to go away. Once you get it, it's yours. The roots are 3 to 4 feet deep, and by continually mowing it and adding a little bit of fertilizer to it, it will thicken that up. All right?
Yeah, but my main question was, is this a seed you can just throw it around and just go have dinner, or do you have to put dirt down on it, or Compro or something like that on it?
This is what. How big of an area do you have?
Probably 20,000 square feet.
20,000 square feet. That's a good size area. Well,
2 lots.
I'd start around the house first, And if I was doing it, this is what I would do. I would get some topsoil or sand, or just some dirt, clean fill dirt. And normally when dirt's dug, it's dug deep, so it's going to be 90% is going to be sterile. It's not going to have a lot of weed seed in it, because the problem you have now is that over the years, a lot of weed seed has dropped in that top 4 or 5 inches of seed. As soon as you add water to it and fertilizer, you can have more weeds. So what you're doing is taking some sterile dirt, you're dressing the top of it 3 to 4 inches, 2 inches deep, and you're creating a physical barrier. And that physical barrier is going to stop any of the weeds from germinating, because they're not getting any light. And then on top of that, I would plant my seed. That's the most successful way to plant seed. I've done it before. You're hardly going to have any weeds. But if you do it the other way, it's going to be overwhelming. You're going to give up. You're going to give up. So, get 20 yards of dirt delivered, grade it out. Do not mix the bottom dirt. Do not mix the soil that's indigenous on your property with the new fill dirt, and make sure you keep 2 to 3 inches thick, and you're going to be in good shape. Just take, for instance, I was working at a property where I brought in like 50 truckloads of dirt, and I graded out the area. We needed to put a lot of soil in to grade. And it's been all summer long, and I went back and looked, and there's hardly any weeds growing. Well, in the front, that's the topsoil, the indigenous soil is there, and is like a weed mass. It's only a foot away. It's a foot away, and it's the ones that almost zero weeds, and ones that completely has to be mowed and sprayed with herbicide every week. So putting that 2 or 3 inches of topsoil or fill dirt that's clean fill dirt, is your best bet, and then seed on top of that.
Okay. All right. So in other words, I got to work hard, and I'm retired and broke, and it's going to be a hard job. I thought you'd have an easy way to do it, but I can see you don't.
No. Well, you got size. That makes it a little more difficult when you got so much. It makes it difficult.
I know. All right, I appreciate your help. Thank you so much. I'll try some of that stuff. Okay. So this Bahia is just a grass seed you can buy, right?
Bahia, Zoysia, or Common Bermuda.
Which one would you use?
If I was going to, if I wanted a low amount of effort, and I would use the lowest amount of effort, most drought resistant is going to be Bermuda. The next would be Bahia, and if I wanted to have a lot more effort and make it look very nice, I would go with the Zoysia. So there you are.
I appreciate your help. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Good luck with it. Yeah, I want the cheap way and the easy way. What is that great tenet of any business or even marketing? You can have, there are 3 tenets: speed, quality, or price. Pick any 2 you want. You can't have all 3, right? So
right.
Superior quality over a long time at an affordable price. You can have superior quality very rapidly at a very high price. You know, you just move around the triangle and decide how you want it. Doesn't matter whether we're talking about lawns or houses or cars, boats, planes. It all, no matter what it is, it just plays out that way. Haircuts even. Not that I've had a haircut in a while, but, you know, same thing. Plays out that way. Like, I have a question for you. I was listening intently to this idea of spreading the seed. Feels like I've seen trucks around that do, if I get the term right, you'll know what I mean, hydraulic seeding, that they...
hydro seeding.
Hydro seeding. What is
hydro
that?
Seeding. And that's basically what they're doing, is they're spreading that pulpy mass is mixed with seed, and they're spreading that over the top of a lot of areas that are loaded with seed, and they're creating a physical barrier. That's a sunlight barrier. You got to eliminate water, sunlight, or nutrients to, eliminate weed seed growth. So they're doing that, and then in that pulpy mass, there's going to be the seed. And the seed is moist already, completely turrid, full of water, and so it germinates. That's one way to do it. Yeah.
Is that practical in a half-acre situation, or is this more like a road?
Yeah, it would be practical. It would be practical. Yeah. Once you got the weeds in control, I mean, this is normally on graded soil, or soil that's already been it's pretty clean soil where it's been graded and there's no active vegetative growth on top of it. If you've got active vegetative growth, then it's not gonna be effective. But if you got it graded and it's smooth and there's nothing growing right at that moment, and you spray on top of it, it's effective. Hydro seeding.
So
Bahia is what they use. Bahia is the grass they use. I think they could probably make some common Bermuda for you too.
Sounds expensive.
It's not that expensive. It's somewhere in between. It's a lot less than sodding it. I mean, a half an acre of sod is grass is going, with all this building boom, grass is going through the roof, because what happened to grass is that when, we had the building crunch, and then a lot of sod farms became vegetable farms. And then the building boom happened, and there was not enough sod to plant all these new buildings, the houses. So sod went through the roof. Sod is doubled and tripled in price. So, I mean, it's what you used to get sod for is just not even close to what you have to pay for it now. Yeah.
How rapidly does a sod farmer turn over that crop? How many times a year can he peel sod off a given piece of acreage?
It just depends on the type he's growing. If he's growing zoysia, it's probably going to be 2 times. St. Augustine, maybe 3 to 4 times.
In a year.
It's also related to how much water and fertilizer. Yeah. So what they do is they leave when they sod, when they're cutting the sod, they leave a little strip, an active strip, and the strip grows together. So you can imagine that we're cutting a 1.5 foot piece of grass, approximately. That little strip will be on the left and right, and it grows together. Okay, and so that will take some time to do that. So, and that's going to be related to how much sun we're getting. In Florida, even though we have a very sunny state, the overcast days are going to slow the growth down, and how much water we're getting. We're going to have plenty abundance of water right now, but St. Augustine is definitely going to grow in. They'll get more crops with St. Augustine than do with zoysia. And Bermuda's another grass.
When they cut the sod, they cut it in stripes, much like the way when you purchase it. And when they come back for that next cutting, do they move the machine over 1 foot and get the older one and leave the newer one as the feeder? That's really interesting. I'm gonna have to use that. I'd like to see that. It's 7:20 here at News 104.5 on Home and Garden Show. Brief break, jumping right back. Hear from you at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. Right back.
Whether your kids are standing at a bus stop or at the kitchen table, start your day the right way. prepared. Get the First Alert forecast with Action News Jack's chief meteorologist Mike Burrish every 6 minutes on Jacksonville's Morning News on 104.5 WOKV, Jacksonville's News and Talk.
Your house is 95 degrees inside, but your AC guys are telling you it'll be days before they can come fix it, or even weeks before they can replace it. What? Brian Kilmeade here, and I've always known Rick at Wakehoff's AC to be one step ahead of everybody else, and now is no different. COVID-19 factory closures have caused a statewide equipment shortage, and people are being asked to wait several days, sometimes weeks, before they can get relief. And it's usually a brand that you haven't heard of. Not at Wakehoff's. Wakehoff's warehouse is fully stocked, brand new equipment that is ready to be professionally installed in your home tomorrow. I'm talking quality, American-made, name-brand equipment, no knockoffs. Wakehoff's delivers same-day service calls and next-day new system installations. Clean, smart, professional technicians, and the same great price that makes Wakehoff's the top-rated AC company in Northeast Florida, and with over 1,800 Google reviews to back it up. So, call Rick and his team today, 880-5525, or visit wakehoffsac.com.
At Community Hospice and Palliative Care, we are the people who care. Licensed in the state of Florida since 1979, our people have cared for over 200,000 patients and their families every day. The people of Community Hospice and Palliative Care provide compassionate care to over 1,000 patients in 16 counties across North Florida. We are community, the people who care. Learn more about our care at communityhospice.com. That's communityhospice.com.
Wally Conway here, Mr. Home Inspection from Home Pro Inspections, with important information about home warranties. At Home Pro Inspections, we have always recommended that every home buyer had a home inspection and a home warranty. It's much like having a physical exam and health insurance. They work together to protect you. Until now, I have never referred or endorsed a home warranty company because, truthfully, they were all about the same. They were only good for 12 months, they had long list of coverage exclusions, and they denied pre-existing conditions. The most comprehensive home warranty in America is now available in Jacksonville, covering items denied by others, including water softeners, well pumps, alarm systems, and there's no extra charge for multiple heat pumps or water heaters. When Home Pro inspects your home, the warranty is extended to 18 months of coverage at no extra charge. There's no better inspection and warranty package in America. For details and to order your home warranty, visit GoHomePro.com, GoHomePro.com, or call me at 268-8211.
This is Karen. She has an expansive piece of land where she saddles up daily, and she keeps it in shape on a John Deere 3E tractor. With attachments that hook up with ease, getting the job done is never a hassle. Whether she's putting up fence posts, grading her horse arena, or even cleaning up storm damage, Karen runs with us, because this is more than just land. It's home. Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 3E tractor for just $139 per month at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2316.
It doesn't matter how old we are, we all need love and support. Yet, teenagers who end up in foster care have a much harder time finding it, as nearly 82% of current foster families are home to kids 12 or younger. The good news is, you can positively impact a teen's life by becoming a foster parent with help from Family Support Services of North Florida. You don't have to be married or own a home. You provide patience, love, and understanding, and Family Support Services will offer specialized training, resources, and a community of support. So if you've ever felt a calling to help youth, please take this opportunity to explore becoming a foster parent to a teen through Family Support Services. Teenagers may no longer be little, but they still need lots of love. Take the next step by visiting foster-now.org. That's foster-now.org.
This message is sponsored by the Florida A&M University Medical Marijuana Education and Research Initiative, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
Where I'm from, marijuana is legal. Can I use it in Florida? Nah, it's illegal here, man. But I have PTSD. Should I at least try to get medical marijuana?
That's legal. But if I were you, I'd talk to my doctor about qualifying conditions and to find out if medical marijuana is even right for you.
Thanks. I'll talk to my doctor.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A 6 on the WOKV weather meter with increasing cloudiness today. It'll be breezy with rain at times. That'll be heavy in spots. Cooler highs only in the upper 70s, but dangerous conditions developing at our beaches that'll continue through the weekend into early next week. We'll see mostly cloudy skies, scattered showers tonight near 70. Windy tomorrow, partly to mostly cloudy with a few showers. Your Sunday high just 77. Breezy on Monday, partly cloudy, still a few showers in the upper 70s. Tuesday, partly sunny, just an isolated shower and around 80. And Wednesday, partly sunny and mild in the low 80s. With your First Alert forecast, I'm Action News Jack's Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for 104.5 WOKV.
Welcome back to the Home and Garden Show. It is 7:25 here at 104.5 WOKV. I'm Wally Conway from Home Pro Inspections. Larry O'Neill from Larry's Garden is here with me. We are grateful that you are here too. Would love to hear your voice here with us on the radio. To give us a call with a question, a thought, an idea, please give us a ring at 855-765-1045. You know, and as the sun is now rising and you look out across your lawn and you go, oh my gracious, it doesn't look so nice. And you gaze across your lawn and you see how pretty your neighbor's yard is and you're like, I want that. I want to be the alpha landscape in my yard, but I just don't have the energy. Larry'sGarden.com. Larry O'Neill and his crew can solve all that for you. They can get that designed so you will be the envy of the neighborhood. Then you can execute the plan. They can get that design to make you the envy of the neighborhood, and they can execute for you with a hardscape, the landscape, a signature tree, a koi pond, a waterfall, a pergola. If you can dream it, they can execute it. And then if you really want the triple crown of the Larry's Garden goodies, they'll design it, install it, maintain it. And all you need to do is wave and smile at your neighbors because you've got the lawn, the yard they wish they had. You're not doing the work. If you'd like to talk to Larry about this, the telephone number is 346-1970 from our friends further to the south in Palm Coast, Daytona, and Gainesville, and out in that direction, or in Georgia. The area code is 904-346-1970. Likewise, if you're shopping for your home, you're getting your home for sale, Home Pro Inspections can help you with that. All the great details are at GoHomePro.com. Everything you need to in the due diligence realm that has to do with the purchase and sale of real estate, also problem solving. From the home inspection, the WDO, environmentals, if you've got needs for lead or asbestos or water or other sampling, can take care of all that. Everything that Home Pro Inspections does comes with $100,000 in after inspection warranty protection underwritten by Residential Warranty Services, including underground sewer lines, future visible mold, and the 5-year roof leak protection plan and eligibility for the 18-month extended warranty. That website is GoHomePro.com. The phone number is 268-8211 for our friends out in the hinterlands outside of the immediate Jacksonville, St. Augustine area. The website or the area code and phone is 904-268-8211. And as always, Larry and I cannot express enough gratitude for the tremendous support that you've shown, he and I individually over this last, whatever it's been, 10, 12 years of being with you every Saturday morning, as well as 25 plus years for each of us in support of our businesses. That, between the two of us, we probably employ close to 50 people, I guess, Larry, 30 to 50.
Yep.
And our staffs are likewise grateful for your loyal support. You know, they're feeding their families, doing the things for you in your yard and in your home, buying and selling. So gratitude is always at the top of our minds and the tip of our lips. It's 7:30 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. We've got Fox News traffic, weather, and more of the Home and Garden Show featuring you at 855-765-1045.
Hey, this is Brian Kilmeade. Northeast Florida is known for extreme weather conditions that can destroy your roof and its ability to protect your home. Not knowing who to turn to when your roof gets damaged can leave you with worry and doubt about what to do next. So taking care of your home shouldn't be a burden. You need a professional roofer who will partner with you to protect your home. for prompt superior service and quality workmanship in Northeast Florida, call my friends at Storm Force, a master elite contractor. They have been helping local homeowners protect their homes for over a decade. Storm Force's mission is to help you protect your family and home with a customized roofing restoration plan. Their commitment to quality workmanship and prompt superior service will have you saying, wow, along with their thousands of satisfied clients. Don't take my word for it. Check out their online reviews to see for yourself. Visit stormforce.com today to schedule your roof inspection. Again, go to stormforce.com.
News, I'm Karen McHugh. The city of Rochester, New York is reeling after 16 people were shot, 2 fatally, at a yard party overnight.
This is truly a tragedy of epic proportion, if you ask me. I mean, 16 victims is unheard of.
Acting Police Chief Mark Simmons. Senate Republicans are vowing to fill the Supreme Court vacancy left by the death of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg before November's election. Democratic nominee Joe Biden is opposed.
Voters should pick the president, and the president should pick the justice for the Senate to consider. This was the position of the Republican Senate took in 2016 when there were almost 10 months to go before the election.
Justice Ginsburg had been battling cancer. She was 87. America is listening to Fox News.
Now, local news from CBS 47, Fox 30 Action News Jax.
I'm Action News Jax anchor Lorena Inclan for 104.5 WOKV. Our top story. Flags are flying at half-staff in our nation's capital as the country mourns the death of Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She died of complications from metastatic cancer of the pancreas last night. Ginsburg is being remembered as a champion of justice and a trailblazer for women. Feeding Northeast Florida is teaming up with the I'm a Star Foundation to host a free food giveaway today. It's at 10 a.m. at Charles Reese Memorial Park. The event is open to everyone. You are encouraged to bring your own boxes or bags to hold the food you pick up. Masks and social distancing will be enforced. Join us tonight at 6 on Fox 30 Action News Jax.
Nearly 250,000 men and women in the U.S. will be diagnosed with breast cancer this year.
Breast cancer is unacceptable. Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Larry of Larry's Garden. One of my favorite things about the South is great weather, which means more time for outside. And at Larry's Garden, we design, install, and maintain every outdoor project. Need to replace a cracked driveway? We do it. Need a patio, pergola, deck, or pavers? We do it. Let one company, Larry's Garden, complete your entire project. No subcontractors. All work is done by Larry's Garden employees. Low water landscapes, sod replacement, landscape designs that are unbelievable, a complete landscape makeover, we do it. Let one company, Larry's Garden, complete your entire project. Weekly maintenance for communities and commercial locations is also available. For more information, visit larrysgarden.com or call 346-1970. Design, install, maintain. One company, complete project, Larry's Garden.
Gentlemen, discover the new medical treatment that Viagra doesn't want you to know about. I'm Bradley I with Synergenics Elite Health, and we offer Gainswave. It's a simple 20-minute in-office procedure. Gainswave is non-invasive, and it restores the poor blood flow that causes ED. Stop popping pills and scheduling intimacy. Call 904-500-5500. Consultations are free. Mention this radio station for $150 off your first treatment. Call Synergenics Elite Health at 904-500-5500 to learn about the Gainswave ED treatment today.
Hi, this is Dale Murray at Murray Ford Superstore in Stark and Kingsland, where we still believe the customer's number one. Because at Murray Ford Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam! Come see why everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle, where every customer gets a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new vehicle. Shazam! Don't be fooled paying those big city prices to those big city dealers so they can pay for those big city dealerships. We call that fast-talking mumbo-jumbo down here. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com because you deserve the best deal. That's right, and we'll trade anything from old weight sets to swing sets. because that's just how we roll. Be American. Buy Murray Ford Superstores. Come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Don't just trim your trees for a hurricane. Trim and maintain your trees for you and your family to be safe. You live under them after all. Call the professionals at Big Ben's Tree Service for all your trim needs. 904-641-1131. That's 904-641-1131.
Water treatment systems are being advertised, sold, and installed, claiming to produce soft water. Some companies just filter out chemicals, taste, and odor, claiming to provide soft water. Well, true soft water is produced through a process called ion exchange, which uses low levels of salt during regeneration. Affordable Water is licensed to provide the highest quality water. Affordable Water will test your water at no charge and provide a quote at no obligation. Call Affordable Water at 904-262-0197. License number W32.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
Breezy today as skies become partly to mostly cloudy with some rain at times. Heavy rain in some spots for a while at times during the afternoon and evening hours today as temperatures top out only in the upper 70s, a 6 on the WOKV weather meter. Mostly cloudy with scattered showers continuing tonight through tomorrow and quite windy. Lows tonight near 70, only in the mid to upper 70s tomorrow on your Sunday with dangerous conditions and a high rip current risk at area beaches. Still breezy Monday into Tuesday, partly cloudy with a few showers, upper 70s to around 80, and Wednesday partly sunny and mild, a high of 82. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for 104.5 WOKV.
7:36 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. Larry O'Neill from Larry's Garden is here. Wally Conway from Home Pro Inspections. That's me. And you, well, we don't know who you are yet because you didn't check in with us at 855-765-1045. You know, Larry, there is a tremendous amount of activity in the news about China and the impact of Chinese goods and dumping of Chinese goods and inferior Chinese goods and all these things that are happening. There are choices that we can make, and that is to buy American. There was a time, and you and I are of an age when buy American, American made, boy, that was intense, and we kind of lost our way a little bit getting all this stuff from China. But we still have easy choices to make, in particular in the area of water treatment systems for our residences, our buildings, our restaurants, and whatnot. And our friends at Affordable Water, Mark Kinder and his team, have a full line of water treatment equipment, filtration, softeners, reverse osmosis, even the contents inside of the softening equipment, that medium, is all American made. And what's cool about this is parts. You know, you can buy a water softener at any hardware store or any company anywhere. Everybody's got them, but next to none have a complete American line of products and complete part support for those items. It's just mind-boggling to me that people purchase a piece of equipment with the hope that it lasts 20 years and there's not a spare part to be found. That stuff doesn't seem to get imported and distributed with the same vigor that the inferior piece of Chinese equipment does. So when you're looking for American, you're looking for water treatment, you're looking for soft water, get some American-made water treatment system from our friends at Affordable Water. That website to look at the full line of products and schedule an appointment is affordablewaterjacks.com, and their direct phone line is 262-0197. If you're outside of the immediate Jacksonville area, the area code would be 904-262-0197 and license number W32. My home inspection number is 417. I felt pretty good at that. 417. That's pretty low. They're now up into the 20,000s, I believe. I'm in the 400s.
Wow! Oh God!
I probably could have got sooner, but I was protesting. But I just was so aggravated the way the licensing was. I waited several months to apply. Had I had it to do over again, I would have been in line right at the beginning and tried to get a single digit out of the deal. But it's okay. But Mark Kinder and the gang at Affordable Water, more than 30 years, locally owned, locally operated, American-made products to make your water safe and tasty. So that's that. Let's go over
Make
to
your water great again.
make your water great again. There you go. Hey, you're going to like this next call, Larry. This is a friend of ours from Argyle Forest, Mary, who's
Mary. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Wally. Hey, Larry.
Hey,
Mary.
So, Mary, for so many reasons, you're one of my heroes. You are probably the owner of the longest performing heat pump in all of Florida. How old was your heat pump on its last birthday?
43.
Wow.
1977. It was installed in its original unit in 1977.
So
and it's
how do you do that? Do you lay hands on it? Is there a patron saint of heat pumps? What is the secret?
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, well, I maintained it well, changed the filter, no problem doing that every month, and I cleaned my own coils and all that. But the thing is, it did die. It finally died.
Oh, no! I'm so
it did
sorry.
the Friday before Labor Day, of course.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg and your heat pump all at the same time. I'm not sure I can make it through the rest of the show.
Yeah, but yeah, and I so I replaced it, and I got
what system
I
did
had
you
a lot
choose?
of people come in and give me estimates and all, and but I settled with one company, and I can I say the name of the company?
We have another 43-year run.
I know. Well, I don't know about that, but I went with Griffin, and I got a Daikin. And the Daikin is made here in the USA, and it makes Amanas and Goodmans. And I got set up with the Daikin. I got a real nice warranty on it. Much longer than, or I shouldn't say, but longer than the other ones were offering. So, and it's pumping out cool air, and I'm so grateful for it. And the people were so nice at Griffin. And
they're nice folks. I know them.
Yeah. So, I had to tell you when it died because you had come out, once by an inspection and anyways, and I remember the things you told me.
I would have come over and got it.
I took pictures of it. The thermostat, the old thermostat is the old-fashioned with the mercury in it,
Yeah.
I kept that.
Your 43-year-old heat pump, I would have brought that in the office. I'd have put a glass top on it and used it as a coffee table between my chairs.
Yeah.
Daikin built a factory in Texas a few years ago, less than 10 years, I believe. And I think, I'll get this wrong, you'll get the idea. It's some crazy thing like over 1 million square feet in Texas, because the Texans, much like the Floridians, we do a lot of things to encourage business growth. But when this factory was built, I believe it was the largest factory built in America in some crazy number of years, since like right after World War II. So
they said that is the largest factory in the United States, and we were just talking about parts and everything and availability, and it's something made in the U.S. is just great, so.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy for you. And it sounds like your grief has subsided for the loss of your 43-year-old heat pump. Did you have a name for your heat pump? Was it like Sparky or Ginger or Cool Guy? What did you call it?
Old Gal. I started calling Old Gal. You're hanging in there with me, and I go, thank you. So
express gratitude. One of the things you said, Mary, is so critical. You said, I don't know. I change my filter every month, and I clean my own coils. So you clean the coils each month, too? You give them a quick vacuum or a wipe?
No. I didn't do it every month. It was more seasonally, especially before I turned the heat on, the heat pump. And, I had some stuff that I had bought at a place where you clean your own, you can purchase it. It was a liquid. You sprayed it on. You cleaned it off that way. And I also flushed it out, too, maybe once or twice a year, where you'd flush the water through the drain line.
The condensate drain line.
Yeah, I did that.
You should have your own YouTube channel.
That's what my son says.
Hey, what's the average life expectancy, Wally, of that? How long do they last? Normally.
12, 15 years is a pretty good run. As we get close to the ocean, it might be 5 years.
Oh, wow.
But it's as I've shared before, I sold the house. But I've run the systems up toward 20 years, and Snyderman's been taking care of my stuff here at the office and houses and our rental properties and whatnot for a couple of decades. But I have everything on a 6-month cycle. They come every 6 months, clean it all up. We change the filters more regular than that. But regular maintenance, if you spend a small amount of money on regular maintenance, just like in your car, you seldom need major maintenance. It just one day it croaks at 43 years or 20 years or whatever it happens to be. It was a funny thing. My technician who cares to all my stuff, I've had the same technician for like 15 or 18 years, Ben, and he finally retired. And I'm like, dude, can't you just keep one account and, every 6 months just come visit and say hi? But they sent me a new technician, so it's okay. New relationships. What else is going on in your house?
With my new unit, I'm going to let like you said, let the technicians, they're going to do the maintenance, with my new unit that I have purchased, but yeah, it's good talking to you. And
what have you been doing in the yard?
Picking weeds a lot. We had a lot of rain, and I guess the weeds love it, but it's looking pretty nice, otherwise, but...
All right. Well, I'm grateful you checked in. It's always good to hear your voice. I think we've been chatting for, more than a decade, it feels like. It's just awesome.
Yeah.
All righty, man.
All right.
Have a beautiful day.
Okay, well, bye, Larry. Bye, Wally.
All right, bye.
Bye, Mary.
How's that for a neat surprise, Larry?
Yeah, that's nice. Nice for. I got my water here. I think it's 29 years, 30 years old. It doesn't.
Nice.
I keep thinking it's gonna croak on me, but then it'll be the end. But it keeps going.
My buddy Dave from JEA lived over on the south side, a house built in the 50s. It had the original, I think the brand was Westinghouse, electric water heater in it. And so up until, I'm guessing it was about 8 years ago, he decided he wanted to build or install a solar water heater. But this water heater that was original to the house from the 50s functioned for, let's say it was from 55 until about 20, close to 15. How many years is that? Is that 50 years or 60 years?
Wow.
That's 60 years. Yeah, it was almost 60 years old. And there's no figuring that out, and back to Larry.
How do you figure that out? What happened?
Sometimes you just get lucky. The truth is, just like Mary's heat pump, she did everything right, and she was rewarded with good luck. Dave took care of the water heater and was rewarded with good luck. You can't, bank on that. Well, I'll tell you one thing for sure, you can bank on, if you're not taking care of your equipment, it will fail sooner than it would otherwise have failed. And that's not good. So that's really, it's just amazing how all that plays together. Cars especially. People give me grief. I use synthetic oil in the car. That's what it calls for. It's an older Lexus. And people say, you don't need to change that oil every 5 miles or 5,000 miles. I'm like, I see it. You have two choices to make. You can never time it perfect. You can only decide whether you'll do it too soon or too late. So you do it too soon. If you do it too soon, the only consequence is you might do an extra oil change as you look across the mileage. So instead of doing it, twice a year, you did it 3 times a year, you spend an extra $50-$60, and you've avoided a problem. So I can spend another $50 a year to get another 2, 3, 5, 7 years out of the car. I'll drive this car at least 250,000 miles, maybe 500,000. I don't even know. It's kind of weird. I'll tell you a fun thing about the car. I bought the car in January. It's a 2010, so it's a 10-year-old car. It had 29,000 miles on it when I bought it, 10 years old.
Wow.
The person averaged less than 3,000 miles a year, And I'm not a heavy driver, but since January, I've put another 10 on it. So I've taken 50% of its life and bolted it on in the last 6 or 8 months. But I changed the oil. It's 7:50 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. Brief breaks, jumping right back for the final segment. Love to have you as our final guest at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
No matter where your office is, we make listening to WOKV as easy as it gets. Alexa, hey Google, play WOKV. Give your favorite smart speaker a shout to get the latest news and talk on 104.5 WOKV.
We're all spending more time outdoors and will begin to spend more as the weather finally begins to cool. But fire ants can be a real nuisance in and around your home, and they may be difficult to control. Call my friends at Peninsular Pest Control. They offer once-a-year service for fire ants in the lawn and landscape. Make sure you connect with the Critter Getter today at 389-3491. It's Rich Jones. I only trust Peninsular Pest Control for all of my needs. CritterGetter.com, 389-3491.
Alexa, how do I drive more customers into my business?
First, people will need to hear about you. Then you need to be online where they look for you. Then you need to be involved in the community. Then you need to...
Whoa. I don't have time for that. I need to run my business.
Okay, searching for a local team that can help.
Local Solutions, your local marketing team putting you at the top of mind. Visit JacksonvilleLocalSolutions.com today and let us take your business to the next level. Local Solutions, powered by Cox Media Group. Marketing solved.
Ah, the joys of summer. Most people spend days at the beach working on their tan or on the golf course working on their swing.
And for some, on the ladder working on painting their house.
I can just hear it now. Honey, can you pass another gallon up the ladder?
Rhino Shield is a maintenance-free coating for your home. It goes on like paint, looks like paint, but unlike paint, it lasts. Rhino Shield comes in hundreds of colors and is guaranteed to never chip, peel, or crack.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Hey. Call now to take advantage of our summer special.
Save up to 20% off or receive 2 years no interest financing.
Call Rhino Shield now. 904-519-5055. That's 904-519-5055. Or visit us online at rhinoshieldjax.com. That's rhinoshieldjax.com.
Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Our law firm is in the people business. We get calls from mothers, sons, husbands, wives, and best friends of innocent victims every day. When you come here, we shut the door and we listen. And here, you can tell us anything. The fear, the worry, the story of lives in turmoil comes out. The job we have chosen to protect your future begins in these meetings. But the story, your story, begins before you were injured. We want to know about your dreams and what you had planned. Your life then and now. To say that we take the time to really listen understates what this meeting is all about, which is getting to know you, the person. And not just you, because these serious injuries hurt everyone. It's very powerful, that moment when you move from being a victim to an active member of a team who will fight for you from that moment on. Because now we're your attorneys, and you've just added our team to the list of people who care. Farah and Farah. Call us at 396-5555. Jacksonville.
This is an important message for all current and former Boy Scouts.
The Boy Scouts of America has declared bankruptcy. If you were sexually abused in scouting, you could receive compensation, but you must file a claim by November 16, 2020.
You may file a sexual abuse claim regardless of your current age or the year the sexual abuse occurred.
Visit officialbsaclaims.com or call 1-866-907-2721. Paid for by the Boy Scouts of America.
When you're stressed, you just don't feel like yourself. New Natrol Relaxia, a full line of drug-free supplements to help you manage occasional stress and anxiety. A special blend of herbals keeps you feeling calm and balanced throughout the day. Because when there's less stress, there's more you. Try new Natrol Relaxia. Learn more at relaxiamood.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A 6 on the WOKV weather meter with increasing cloudiness today. It'll be breezy with rain at times. That'll be heavy in spots. Cooler highs only in the upper 70s, but dangerous conditions developing at our beaches that'll continue through the weekend into early next week. We'll see mostly cloudy skies, scattered showers tonight near 70. Windy tomorrow, partly to mostly cloudy with a few showers. Your Sunday high just 77. Breezy on Monday, partly cloudy, still a few showers in the upper 70s. Tuesday, partly sunny, just an isolated shower and around 80. And Wednesday, partly sunny and mild in the low 80s. With your First Alert forecast, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for 104.5 WOKV.
7:55 here at 104.5 WOKV on this, the final segment for the day of the Home and Garden Show. Very grateful that you've been with us. You know, Larry, I was thinking about, you recall earlier in the show, the gentleman called in about having difficulties in pipe and relining it with a material that would go down rather than change the pipe, coat the inside of the pipe. And I had mentioned we had that used that similar product several years ago in the condo where I live. The use of it predates me living there. Well, about 6 months ago, I'm on the third floor. The first floor unit, the people have another home that's in Texas. And while they were away, the first floor of their unit filled with about 6 inches or a foot of poo, of sewer water. Probably some of it was from my home. Anyway, and they weren't there, so it kind of fermented for some number of weeks or months before the neighbor noticed it was kind of seeping in and stinky and all that. But anyway, so the first plumber, first they had to call out and get all the stuff cleaned out of there. That was pretty disgusting. And then it was about, okay, what do we do now? So the first plumber, their solution was to jackhammer up the entire slab to remove the old pipe, put in a new pipe, and run that on out into the parking lot to join the old pipe. Very expensive, very disruptive, just a giant mess. And the board came to me, knowing I live in there and knowing this is what we do. I said, what do you think about this? I said, do we know why it's clogging? Does anybody figure this out? And they said, no, they just got to rip it up, and they'll figure it out as they rip it up. So we made the suggestion to them to use the sewer scope to go into that waste line, and it's a lighted digital camera, and you can see everything that's going on. And what had happened was that sealant that they put inside the pipe, there was an imperfection in the way it originally went in there, which is always a challenge. Water got behind it, and it kind of peeled off, almost like paint would peel. And that peel of that waterproof material ended up making what amounted to a dam, so that none of the wastewater and the paper and the solid material and all that, nothing could get past it. So it packed itself using the liner as the dam that caused it. Well, once the reality was this is what went wrong, they were able to send the tool down there to trim that damaged area, clean it out, and then they resealed it to the tune of a couple $1,000 instead of what was going to be like $20,000 and destructive to the whole thing. So it makes the case.
Wow.
Yeah. It makes the case for good diagnostic. It's no different than when you spend so much time telling a person, pull up the grass, look at the stolons. Is this a sign of root rot? What color are the roots? All of the smarts is in the diagnostics. Once the diagnostics are right, just like in medicine, once we know as precisely as can be known what caused this symptom, what are the symptoms, what causes the symptom, and you go, oh, we need 2,4-D. Oh, we need a patch right here. Oh, things get, same with cars, Who the heck can troubleshoot a car anymore? Changing something's probably simple. Diagnostics is what's complex. So no matter what's going on in your home or in your landscape or in your health, when you get good, reliable, honest, objective diagnostics, the remedy suddenly becomes as simple as possible, as affordable as possible, and with as little waste, angst, and aggravation as possible. That is my diatribe on diagnostics. It's 7:59. We're grateful that you're with us. No matter where you may roam over this next week, keep this one thing in mind and take this one action for Larry and I. And Larry, that one action is?
Use your blinker.
Use your turn signal. Thank you, team. We'll see you next week. Have a beautiful day.